So in the last class, we were discussing about the contours. So we discussing about the contours. Basically, contours refer to the contoured lines. So contours showing some relief feature. We discussed about the mountain and hill, and we also see the plateau and the ridge on the page 61. That how these contour lines will show mountain, how these contour lines show hills, and how these contour lines show plateau and ridge in the map. If you see, this is a way that they are representing the mountain on the map. These contour lines are representing the hill. Okay, the more distance between the lines tell that it has a less sharp edge. It has less sharp edge. But if you see in this, there are lines very close to each other. It means that there is very sharp edges, and on the sharp edges it is difficult to walk. So in comparison with this picture, it is easy to walk on this hill, but it is difficult to walk on it. Why? Because it is sharp. So if the lines are far to each other, then it's a less sharp edge. So sharp means steep. Sharp edges means steep. STEEP. So the word steep is used for sharp. Less steep means less sharp. Okay. Then we see about the plateau. What is plateau is? We also know that plateau is a mountain which is flat at the top. So basically, it's a kind of mountain. It is above than the land. So it's a highland, but it is flat at top. See, a plateau is a elongated highland with a flat top and steep sides. Flat top means it is flat at the top and has a sharp sides. So it has sharp sides. And ridge is a narrow piece of highland. It means that it has no pattern, and sometimes there is gap and sometimes there is very less gap. So somewhere it is sharp edges and somewhere these are less steep or the less sharp edges. So now we are moving towards the page number 62. We see these four in the last class also. So on the page number 62, everybody open the page 62. On the page number 62, there is a point regarding the valley. Valley is a long, narrow depression of lowland. If you see in this picture, if you see in this picture, where is the valley? So valley is there. Okay, we discussed about the types of valleys in the previous lessons, that there is a U-shaped and V-shaped. If you see, they are making a V-shaped pattern. Okay, so valley is a long and narrow depression. Depression means a lowland type. Okay, a land which is low between the highlands. See, this is a highland, this is a highland. So it's a lowland between the highland. It is usually occupied by a river which cuts the land to form a deep V-shaped valley. So normally valleys are formed because of the river. The water cut the path between these mountains. So water will cut it very sharp. So that's why it become the V shape. Then we have a plain. Plain is a surface on which the people are living. They made the houses, they grow the crops, fields are there. So plain is a large area of flat land. If you see, this control lines show the flood plain. Okay, so very often, often means commonly. Very commonly, rivers flow through a plain into the sea. So Rivers. Rivers flow through a plain into the sea. This forms a large flood plain. The flood plain means that the plain in which the water is flowing. Flood plain means a water is flowing. If you see, if you see any surface of a river, or if you see any surface or a place of earth on which in the previous time there is a water flowing or a river flowing, so you will see it's a plain land. It's a plain land. Why? Because on the plain land water can flow easily. So the floodplain means a plain on which the much water is flowing. So contour lines display all six: mountains, hills, plateau, ridge, valley, and plain. So contour lines shows all these things in the map just with the help of line. Just with the help of line. So everybody understand that point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So along with this, we are come to the end of the chapter. Now, what we will do, everybody take out their notebooks, please. This is the end of our chapter. Our topic is ended. Everybody take out your notebooks, please, and take out your pen or pencils. Floodplain means a plain, a area which is plain in which there is no high elevations or there is no heighted mountains or hills. It means the plain surface, and on that plain surface the water is flowing. It's a flood plain because when there is so much water, it becomes the flood. This question was asked by the Saif Hani. So let me share the screen now. I hope everybody should take out the notebook. Wait for a second so that I will switch my screen. So everybody should write the date on the left topmost corner. The name of the chapter is mapping skills. Write the name of the chapter on the top of the page. And now we are going to start the question and answer session. Everybody is ready for it?
Yes,
Everybody is
sir.
ready now. Should we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, I'm not ready.
No, sir.
Okay. Uh,
Sir, what's the date?
okay. Okay. We will wait for 30 seconds and then we will start. Okay. Now we are going to start the chapter. Question answers now. The first question is on the screen. What are maps? What are maps? So everybody should write the question. It's a question number one. What are maps? Now let me show the answer. The answer is there. Maps are visual representation of Earth surface as seen vertically from above. Maps show the relation of things of Earth in terms of distance, direction, and size. So maps are just the representation of Earth's surface. It means that we can see the surface of Earth on the map from the above. Map show the things of Earth in a relationship. What type of relationship? In a relationship of distance, that how much buildings are far away, how much countries are far away, and in terms of direction, that what is the direction between the buildings, the countries, the cities, and the size. Some countries are big, some buildings are small, some roads are big. So all the things are mentioned in that. Yes, Abdul Rahman, what happened? There are two Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman Al Salhi. Yes. What is your question? You can send the question in the chat. There is no test today. There is no test. Okay. So this is the question number one. So once you are done by writing the question, just raise the hand in the class light and then I will understand that you are done. Okay, so Hassan is done. That's great. Saif Hani, Mohammad Gamal. Okay, Ahmad Hisham. Tashreeq is done. That's good. Yasin Ayman. That's great. Marwan, if there is no screen is showing to you, what you have to do, leave the class and join the class in a minute. Maybe this thing will resolve the screen issue. So that's good. After Yasin, we have Ahmad Abdul Latif, Khalid Khalil, Abdul Rahman, Muhammad. Then we have Muhammad Noor, Muhammad Disogi, Muhammad Ahmad, Muhammad Al Sayyed, Firas, Faris Muhammad, Muhammad Yahya, Abdullah Khalaf. Okay, that's good. Okay, Daniel, Humam, Humam Adil, Daniel. These also guys done this. Okay, very good. Osama Muad. Okay, that's a great thing. So many students. I think half of the class is done. Yes, nearly half of the class done this one. Excellent, excellent. Abdul Rahman Hazim, Fahad, Malik, Mohammad Al Sayyed. That's good. So now the question number two is coming on the screen. Question number two is saying list types of maps. List types of map. List means the word. List means you just have to list or tell or write the name. That's it. You doesn't need to explain it. Just write the name or the types of map. You didn't have to explain it. Okay? So the question number two is telling about or asking about list or write the types of map. So there are some major types of map. We see these in the last class. It's a political, thematic, resource, economic, physical, road, and topographical. These are the six types which we see in our chapters. We are just write the name of these here because the question is asking for listing. So we list all the types. So the types are there on the screen.
I say you on YouTube.
So question number one and question number two is on the screen right now. So Saif Ani is done. That's good. Saif. Humam Adil, Yasin Ayman. Okay. Okay. So question number one and two both are on the screen. Now the question number three is coming on the screen. What does question number three is saying? What are thematic maps? The question number three is asking, what are thematic map? We know this map. We study this map. So, what are thematic map? Very good, Saifani, Abdullah Khalaf, and Muhammad Yahya. Now, Answer for the question number 3 is on the screen. Thematic map have specific themes. For example, climatic map give information about rain, temperature, atmosphere of a place or country. So thematic map have some special or specific themes. They have themes on which they are formed. On which they are formed. They have some kind of theme. For example, the climatic maps. The climatic maps give you the idea about the rainfall, temperature, or the atmosphere in a specific area or a place or a city or a country. So these maps are designed for a specific feature or a specific theme. So everybody should write these in the book. Sorry, in the notebook. This chapter is all about the mapping skills. So these questions are of that chapter. I'm telling this thing for the student who joined the class right now. Saif Hani, Yasin Ayman, Khalid Khalil, Mohammad Hassan. That's good. Mohammad Gamal. We are moving towards the question number 4. I hope that question number 1 is done by all the students now. Everybody done the question number 1?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you will share this
Yes,
interesting
sir.
material.
Okay. Okay. So question number 1, I am removing the question number 1 from the screen. Question number 2 and 3 is still on the screen. So the question number 4 is saying, what are physical map? What are physical maps? Okay, Abdul Rahman Ahmed, that's good. So what are physical maps? Physical maps are those maps which show the physical feature of the earth, like mountain, plains, and rivers. Different color are used to show land of different height. Green is for lowland and blue is for waterways. Means we have to show the river, the sea, the ocean. We use the blue color. And green is for lowland in the physical maps. In the physical maps we use it. Okay? Because green is also related with the cultivation. So, what are physical maps? These maps show the physical feature. As the name shows, as the name shows, it's a physical map. Physical features of Earth shown in the physical map. What type of feature this physical map show? It shows mountain, plains, and river. Mountains, we know there are mountains. Plains, the place where we live and grow our crops or make a farmland. And rivers, in rivers, we found the water. So all these things are shown in a map. If any map contains these three things, mountains, plains, and rivers, that map is a physical map. In that map, different colors are used to show a land of different height. Okay. Green is used for lowland. Orange is normally for the height. And blue is for the water. So we write green and blue just. So everybody try to write the answer without the mistake. Take your time and write the answer without the mistake. Once you are done, then you can just raise the hand. Once you are done with the answer, then just raise the hand so that I will get to know that you are done. So everybody of you is done with the question number 2. Everybody is done with the question number 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everybody is done with the question number 2. We are moving to the next one, and question number 2 is now removing from the screen. We are moving to the next question. The next question is question number 5. What are topographical maps? What are topographical maps. So, topographical maps are those maps which show the physical feature of Earth. So, physical maps also show the physical feature of Earth, and topographical also show the physical feature. The difference between physical map and the topographical map is that the topographical map show the physical features of Earth in a greater detail. They explain the things very well, like shape and height of every object is there. Okay, they mention the shape and height of everything in topographical, but in the physical they show the things but they not mention these things. Main feature or the thing which make the topographical map different from the other maps is a contour lines. Main feature of topographical map are contour lines. These lines join places of same height. So contour lines are the differentiating factor or a unique factor of a topographical map. Otherwise, physical map and topographical map are same. So it shows the things in great detail, it become different, and it add the contour lines. So that's why they become different from the physical one. They are in a great detail. So this is the answer for the question number 5. This is the answer for the question number 5, that what are topographical maps. I hope you guys are done with till question number 4. I will show the question number 5 in the next class also. But I hope so you guys are done with the question number 4 and completed these questions. I will show you this question in the next class, question number 5. If it is not completed, it's okay. Some of the students already completed it. That's great. But I will show you this question number 5 in the next class also. Why? Because the time of the period is finished. There is an assignment waiting for you in the class light. Open that assignment and do the assignment. And one more thing,